And yeah, the Photography Business Academy is there to teach professional photographers or portrait photographers how to turn their passion into profits. And one of the easiest way is to have a look at the differences between online sales and in-person sales. Now, there are 5 main reasons why you should be doing in-person sales. The first one is online sales are not emotional. So what I mean by that is that you finish the photo shoot and you've given your client a login to go home and view their photographs online, and there'll be some sort of online ordering system, or some people ask them to write down the numbers of the photographs and email them in. But there's no emotion in that. It's really a process. It's not an experience that they're having. So whereas an in-person or person-to-person sales, you can be changing your emotions as the client is changing. So photo comes up and they go, wow, I love that. Sweet baby, I'll watch again. Okay. Oh, awesome. No worries. It's cool. Thanks, Lynn. Get some sleep. So they're seeing their photographs on the screen, and they are all excited, and so you can get excited, and it reinforces to them that this is great. I'm right to be excited. And so the emotion connected with the photographs is guided by you as the professional, whereas when it's online, there's no emotion whatsoever. It's just simply a matter of view, click, no one to talk to. The second difference for online and in person is that online can have a lot of distractions in their life. So the phone might ring, the kids are calling out to them, dinner's burning on the stove, which happened to me last night. And, they're looking at Facebook, or a notification might have popped up with one of their apps, and they're instantly distracted from what they're doing, which will reduce the amount that they will spend with you. They'll either do it later, so it'll be deferred money, it'll be a deferred sale, or because they're just frustrated, or I can't be bothered doing this now. Or they'll make a really quick decision and just quickly do this, and this because I'm distracted. So thanks for the hearts. That tells me that you're actually listening and you're enjoying it. So please send that love my way. Versus in-person sales where there's no distractions. It's a purpose-built studio room where you may have a projector set up. Hey Rex, nice to have you on the scope. So you have a projector set up. They know they're going to be there for an hour or maybe an hour and a half, and they're relaxed about it. They've set aside their time in their diary. They've scheduled it in. There's no distractions, which will maximize your time with them. So you've got quality time, quality sales. The third point is that in your business, you should be looking for what is unique about me compared to 2 people. 1, your competition, and 2, your client. And in today's world, digital world, where your client is actually your competition, because the iPhone that they can take photos themselves and view instantly is the biggest competition for your business. So what's your unique selling proposition? It's in-person sales. To have create an experience out of viewing their photographs. You've got freshly brewed coffee, you've got a menu with teas on there, you've got chocolates presented in a cake tier, you've got candles burning, there's music playing, and you're hitting every sense that will help them to purchase from you and say, this is a really valuable experience. This is something that I really would pay more for than doing this in my home. And I hear a lot of photographers say, oh, but see, they can do that in the comfort of their own home then. And it's kind of what they're telling themselves to make themselves feel better about not doing it face to face, because the comfort of their own home is full of distractions and not emotional, and they now have to work out when they're going to do this. So having those extra things, and think about where you spend your time, where you could be doing something at home. So for example, we go to Gold Class Cinemas to experience the same movie you could download at a later time on the Apple TV. But we pay triple the price and we go to a gold class experience. Even just going to the cinema is more expensive. But gold class, you know, you get the wine, you get a little buzzer to order whatever you want, and it's truly an experience. And we value that higher than renting the video at home. So that's the third reason that in-person sales will increase your average dollar sale, and which is their spend with you. And it's instant. It's instant. You've done the shoot, you view the photographs, you're in the beautiful theatre room, and the emotion's there, they're tied into it, they love it, they can see the value, the money hits the account. Let's face it, that's what we're in the business for. The money hits the account. Online, with all the distractions, and possibly they'll never do it, we either may not see the money or it's deferred for some time. The fourth, there's a lot of glare coming in here. The fourth reason is that when it's online, your client now has work to do. They actually have to go and work out how to use your program. The likelihood of having what you need them to use is not existent. So they have to log in. They have to create some sort of registration. I hate doing that just to get into a website. Like these days, some websites you can't get into unless you register. And you've got to put all this information in. You've got to have a password you've got to remember. And, you know, it's work. It's not an experience. It's something that becomes a process. So I've got my notes here, so I'm going to go through that. So on the other thing too is that if something goes wrong during their purchasing, their online purchasing, for example, their battery dies, like mine did earlier, or they're just about to put their credit card details in and their session time's out. How frustrating is that? We've all done it. We've all booked flights where we've jumped off because we've been distracted with something else, or we're looking up a hotel. We come back, your session's timed out. There you go. Type it all in again. So it's now causing frustration and anxiety that, oh, this is just too hard and therefore it's not valued as much. These people should be doing this for me. Why can't it just be so easy? I would pay more for it. They're the words and the thoughts that are going on in a lot of people's heads. So whereas face-to-face, they have a professional guide to take them through photo by photo on a program that is designed for face-to-face selling. It has amazing features. I use ProSelect, which I highly recommend you go on and use. You just type in ProSelect and it will come up with ProSelect Time Exposure. That's the one. Buy the basic version and your sales will go through the roof just by using this system. So they're in a relaxed environment. They can sit back. They don't need to do any work. They just need to sip their freshly brewed coffee and tea and have some yummy chocolates whilst the room smells amazing. There's music playing with their photos coming up and you're doing all the work for them. They just have to think about which ones that they would like to purchase and where it's going to go. And you're there to guide them on that as well. So will they value that experience more so than doing it at home? Absolutely. Absolutely guaranteed. And I say this from my own experience. Bella K Photos says, hey Christy, I was just watching you and Clint and now you're watching me. So thanks for joining. I'm giving my 5 top reasons why online sales is not as good as face-to-face sales when it comes to photography, and up to my 5th one. So watch the replay before you go to bed because I know it's late where you are. Outside influences. So the 5th reason why online sales doesn't work as well as face-to-face is that they go away with all the things I've already said and they're not sure. They're thinking, maybe not this photo, maybe this one. I'll ask somebody's opinion. This is where it goes downhill. They ask their friend or family member who was not part of the photo shoot. They weren't part of the photo shoot. So they're now giving their advice and being influenced by somebody who isn't emotionally attached. They haven't seen how much work you as the photographer has put in to get it to this stage. They haven't understood that you spent an hour in total with the first inquiry call, setting up the photo shoot, really learning about your client. And they're saying, no, I don't like that one. Yeah, your face looks a bit funny. Or you've got a flyaway hair, which I have lots of today. You've got a flyaway hair, so don't pick that one. But if you were face to face with this person and they said, oh, thank you for inviting your friend. And they said, oh, I don't really like the one because, oh, there's a bit too much light on this side of my face, or there's a flyaway hair. Oh, thank you. That's so generous of you to invite your followers, Chrissy. That is awesome. Thank you so much. You are there to say, actually, thank you for telling me that's the reason you don't like the photograph, because we can get rid of that like that. It's using Photoshop. So even at the beginning of my presentations, I always say to my clients face to face that if there's little things like flyaway hairs, or there's bags under your eyes, or there could be, you know, just something with the skin or your arms or whatever it might be, please let me know, because I can fix those things. You know, I used to say the only things I can't fix is, you know, I can't change your face to somebody else's. But if you're not face to face selling like this, and you're not selling but guiding them through their photographs, hey guys, this is Australia. Oh, thank you. You're saying that to your friends. This is Australia Mary. As opposed to English Mary, which I do an accent later on. Then how, you know, when you're not face to face doing that, then they're discounting your photos. They're taking out photos where they could easily keep them in. Thank you. So, you know, having the important decision makers in the room when you're face to face, that's all you need. The influences that they will have when they're viewing their photographs online, who don't know you, they don't know your experience, they don't know the experience the client's already been through when having their photo shoot, they're your worst nightmare. You know, they're the people that you want to be able to meet with them face to face, go through the photographs. So let's go through the 5 reasons why you should be doing face to face, so I can recap for the late joiners, which is awesome. Check out the replay, guys. First one is you can create a lot of emotion when you're face to face as opposed to online. The second, which in turn increases your average dollar sale. The second one is there's no distractions when you are purposely have an appointment to see your photographs guided by a professional. So there's no distraction of kids, dinner burning on the stove, the phone ringing, Facebook, all of that is gone. They are there with you, focused, ready to buy their photographs. The third reason why you should sell face-to-face is that it's unique. Your competition as a photographer in business is your client, is actually your client. In today's world where everybody believes they're a photographer because they can put a camera in their back pocket, which is their iPhone or their smartphone, you're competing against your own client. So what will differentiate you to them is having face-to-face theatre room experience where you've projected their photographs, you've got freshly brewed coffee, tea, chocolates, the candles are burning, you've got music playing. That's the experience that they want. That's why they've booked you. They don't know it yet, but that's why. And that's why you can charge a premium for your photographs. That's why you're worth every single penny that you are putting on there as a price to your photographs. So don't ever discount that's your worth. Hey Deborah, good to see you. The fourth recap reason is that there's no work in it for them. They're there to relax and enjoy. Everything that they would have to do at home, logging in, trying to work out how to pay, it's all done for them. The person-to-person experience is really an experience compared to a process. And the fifth reason that I went over was that hey Deborah from Florida, I think I've seen you before. Yeah, Flutterby. Florida. So thank you so much for joining. Are you a photographer, or what business are you in? Tell me. It must be late there in Florida. Thank you so much for joining, Deborah. So yeah, the fifth reason, just to recap, is that the decision makers that need to be in that room are in that room. There's no influence from anyone at home or a friend at work or a colleague or a grandmother or a disgruntled whatever cousin that says, I had photography before, it's not worth it. You don't want those influences in their life. So face-to-face sales will eliminate that for you. You absolutely will increase your average dollar sale. You can charge what you're worth, and the value is in it right there in the sale, just because you are speaking to them directly.